Hello again everybody and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all keeping well. I'm just doing a little bit of a quick update and a quick ramble today, just talking about what's going on. Now, this weekend just gone, we got battered by Storm Elin, and yeah, we had some quite strong winds. I think winds up to 80 mile an hour for our area. We actually had a power cut in our area. Thankfully it wasn't too long, but yeah, we did have a power cut, and yeah, it was quite nasty out there, quite windy, quite gusty. My mum's allotment has suffered a fatality. The little polytunnel has been completely destroyed. I'll just show you that now. So yes, this little polytunnel here on my mum's plot, which was here before, completely free. It's completely been destroyed now. To be honest, it was held together by duct tape, so you know, I'm not really surprised, to be honest, but the cover's been completely ripped, and yeah, it's very, very mangled. And I think Mum was wanting to get a new one anyway, to be honest. I don't think she's going to keep this, but yeah, it just goes to show that polytunnels can be quite badly affected by the wind, especially if they're not secured down properly. Well, especially if you're duct taping them together, which isn't ideal. Thankfully the polytunnels on my plot are okay, but this location is less sheltered. But yeah, there we go. So we're definitely going to want to get a new polytunnel to put here. Before we had Storm Elin, it's been very, very wet, very, very windy as well, and it's been very hard to come down on a dry day. It's just been raining every single day. I mean, it is the UK, so I'm not surprised, but blimey, just relentless. It's just a deluge, and that came right after the cold spell which we had, where it was frozen solid for like 1 week straight. So obviously I didn't come down then, so I've not really been down much lately, to be honest. You know, it was like -5, -6 at night. I came down last week for about 20 minutes, and that's all I could cope with, to be honest, because it was just so cold, and yeah, I had to leave after 20 minutes. So you know, this is actually the first day really I'm coming down, to be honest, now that it is much milder but very, very wet. But despite the fact that it was freezing cold for that week, we didn't actually get any snow for our area anyway, northwest England. We didn't get anything, but funnily enough, 50 miles further north in the Lake District, they had like 2 feet of snow or something ridiculous like that. They had a lot of snow. In terms of progress on my mum's new plot, it is only the middle of December, so you know, we've not done a great deal yet. You know, we've planted some spring bulbs at the front. You know, we've cleared a bit of the beds and stuff, laid some horse manure down. We've got our delivery of wood here for the raised beds all along this side of the plot here. I'm going to be building them when I have chance. To be honest, when I'm motivated. I do struggle to get motivated at this time of year, you know, with it being so grim and dark and cold. Yeah, we're going to have to get a new polytunnel here. We've done pruning of the raspberries over there and that blackberry bush at the front. We've just done some bits and bobs really, just got a few little bits done. I wonder what this is here. This is some sort of brassica. This was here when we took the plot on, so I don't know what it is. I think it might be a purple sprouting broccoli, I'm not sure. There's no label on it. It's definitely some sort of brassica. If you can guess what that is, let us know what you think that is in the comments below. But we'll find out in the spring, surely enough, anyway. So yeah, not much going on at the moment here, but over the next few months, you know, things will start to happen on this plot and things will start to come together. Need to take all that plot to the skip. Yeah. Okay, so I'm just going to take a walk over to my allotment, which is a couple of rows down, and I'm just going to have a little bit of a ramble whilst I'm on the way there. So yeah, lately This time of year, it's not really my favourite time of year. I'm sure many of you can agree, and I'm sure it's the same with you as well. You know, middle of winter, it's dark, cold, miserable, wet. Sometimes I struggle to keep motivated during the winter, especially this year. You know, with me working, I finish work quite late at night, and then I find myself sleeping in the morning, and then a few hours later I'm starting work again. You know, in the summer I like to come down to the allotment. You know, I feel like I have more energy in the summer, and I'm able to get out in the morning nice and early and get things done. But you know, like this morning, it was like 9:30, 10 o'clock before I was up, and I'm working at 2 o'clock. So, you know, coming down is more of a chore during the winter, to be honest, and I do struggle with it a little bit. Anyway, I've come down today just to have a little bit of a check on things, see how things are doing. As you can see, my mum's polytunnel's been destroyed. Not much else really, to be honest. There's not much going on. I'll be honest with you. There are some jobs which I'm going to be doing over the next couple of months through the winter when I manage to motivate myself, and those jobs are going to be things like the raised beds on my mum's plot. I'm going to actually be moving my raspberry bushes because they're not very productive anymore, and they're not really doing anything, to be honest. I'm going to be getting rid of those, filling them in with rhubarb instead, because I prefer rhubarb over raspberries. And I'm also going to be building a new carrot box as well. I'm going to be building a raised bed for carrots. So here we are at my allotment. And yeah, very wet, very damp and cold. You know, I actually need to tidy up my strawberry cage here. I need to fix the door on it as well. That's another thing I need to do. But yeah, there's a lot of runners in here which I've not kept on top of, and they've just gone crazy. And it's a big, complete mess, full of runners and strawberry plants. So I need to get in there and sort that out. And I think I'm going to build a bay system for my composting. I've been wanting to do that for a while now. I've just not had the time to do it. But I've got these Dalek style compost bins over here at the moment. To be honest, they're not in a very good location, right at the back there near the shed. They are a little bit awkward to get to. What I want to do is I want to move these two raised beds here, these pallet collars, move these, make my carrot raised bed with them, you know, fill them with sandy soil, and then I'm probably going to put them over here, these compost bays, these pallet compost bays, if I can fit them down here, because this space over here is very shaded, it doesn't get any sun. So that's probably the most ideal place for it, to be honest. And that way I won't be piling big piles of horse manure like this. I've just piled all this up here. I'll let it break down, and then I'll be spreading some more of this over some of my beds in the spring. I need to give my greenhouse a good tidy because it's looking a bit dirty, to be honest, a bit messy. I need to give that a good clean, get all the leaves off the top of it, get all the algae off it, which is not my favourite job. So here's the raspberry bed which I was talking about. These raspberries were on here before I took this allotment on, and yeah, I've just kept them, to be honest, these raspberry plants. They're not that productive, to be honest. They do give us some, but the problem I've got here is I've got two types of raspberries. I've got some summer raspberries and autumn raspberries. So they're all mixed up. So what I'm going to do, I'm probably going to thin them out, take some out, and there is actually rhubarb growing in here as well. So I'm probably going to plant more rhubarb in there because we eat more rhubarb than we do raspberries. So I think I'm going to thin them out and just have a couple of raspberry canes growing in a pot somewhere, to be honest, rather than this complete mess of raspberries here. And another thing which I'm going to want to be doing, there are a lot of things actually which I want to be doing, isn't there? I want to sort this herb bed here, which is in this pallet collar bed. It's full of chives and oregano. They've just taken over. But I want to create something a little bit better, you know, where I can have all these annual herbs and stuff. So I'm going to be sorting out this middle area here, I think, and sorting out a new herb bed. That's if I've got time, you know, if I've got time to do it. I've been saying this all year that I want to be doing that, but I've just not got around to doing it. There's another project which I want to be doing at home, and I spoke about this in my last video, and that is setting up some grow lights at home in our spare room. I did this a couple of years ago with some garage shelving, much smaller shelf. I did it at home at a previous address that we lived at, and I just used these shop lights, these LED lights, and you know what, we got off to a really good start of the growing season. We had a really good year for peppers that year. Things have happened since, and we've moved house and stuff, but now I think I've got space to do it again. And I'm going to be buying these chrome wire shelves. I'm probably going to buy a couple of them, maybe 2 of them, and I'm going to use the existing LED lights that I've got for one, just to get them off, the plants started off, you know, the earlier stages of the growth. And then that's going to be on one rack, you know, just a normal, not full spectrum shop lights for the one shelf. And then on the other shelf, I'm probably going to have the shelves spaced more apart, and I'm going to be using a full spectrum grow light for that, and that's for the later stages of growth, you know, when they're getting a bit bigger and they're starting to flower. So that way hopefully I can have some really nice sized plants ready to go to the allotment in May and June. That's my plan anyway, so it should be a really good setup. Really looking forward to getting that done and showing you guys. It's going to be really fun, really good to do. So this is a very random thing to share with you guys, but I wanted to share with you because I am absolutely amazed at this. So around about 4 to 6 weeks ago, I pruned our blackcurrant bushes, which I do every year, and I like to take these cuttings and I just pop them into the soil, which I've done here. So yeah, I've just took these blackcurrant cuttings and I've just put them into the soil. I've done the same with the blueberry cuttings as well, see what happens there. Now there is nothing with the blueberry cuttings yet, nothing's happening with those, but with the blackcurrant bushes cuttings, that one's not really a good example. There's probably a better one here. Just look at that. In just, you know, like 4 to 6 weeks, I can't remember how long it's been, it's not been that long at all. Look at what's happened there. Look at how quickly they've rooted, and I've got loads of these. I'm just amazed at how quick blackcurrants root. It's just incredible, really. They're so prolific and so easy to root. So if you're wanting to expand your blackcurrant bush crop, you know, you want to expand your plants, you know, cuttings, they really do root really easily. There's more of them there, look at that. So yeah, I did this last year and I actually got these plants here. I'm going to be moving all these, as I said before, somewhere else, but look at, I've got 4 bigger plants here. These are a year old and these were all taken from cuttings in the same way. And it's the same with these blackberries actually. I took these cuttings last year. The roots are actually coming out the bottom there, look at that. But yeah, we've got a couple of these thornless blackberries as well, which I need to put somewhere, and these were taken from cuttings as well. My shed, it's safe to say, it's very untidy and quite messy. Don't ask what's going on in here, I don't even know myself. But we did have our, this is just, I need to sort this out, don't I guys? Yeah, this had some of our overwintering peppers. I covered them in fleece, but it seems like the frost has got them again. Yeah. It seems to happen every single year, no matter how much I try to protect them. Yeah. So in here, I'm probably going to make, you know, I want to make a nice seating area with like a coffee station and, you know, make it look really nice and cozy. But the problem is I've got so much stuff to store. That's the problem. You know, I would like to make it nice sitting area, but I can't really sit in here at the moment because it's just full of clutter. So maybe during the winter months I'll sort that out, maybe I'll make another shed somewhere. I might build another small storage container, like the metal sheds, some small sheds. You know, I might put that at the side here, or even over here, and just fill it full of the storage stuff, you know, all the clutter, and that way, you know, this could be a nice little area to sit in, because it's a really nice shed. You know, I've only had this for about 1.5 years, it's pretty new. So yeah, that's what I want to do with this. I want to empty it out and make it into a nice area to just chill out in, to be honest. Little escape shed, a little man cave or something like that. Maybe a little stove in here or something, like a little heater, maybe like a paraffin heater or something in there. That'll be really nice. Okay, so I'm going to go and walk back to my mum's plot and just finish this video off. So yeah, just thought I'd have a little bit of walk around and just discuss my plans and things that's going on, and just have a little bit of a ramble, to be honest. Trying to stay motivated, trying to keep busy. As I said in this video, there are quite a few things which I want to be doing. So coming up next week, or later this week, I'm going to be putting the Q&A up, my very first Q&A. I've got a few questions for that, and that's going to be going up very soon. In the next couple of weeks, we're going to be harvesting our Brussels sprouts for Christmas. I'll probably be documenting that and showing you all. They're looking pretty nice. I want to move them raspberries, probably going to thin them out and get rid of most of them, to be honest, and replace most of the bed with rhubarb. So I'll be documenting that as well in the next few weeks. Christmas potato reveal, that's going to be coming up just before Christmas as well. Not too sure how they're going to do though, because we did have a big problem with blight, and yeah, it looks like we're only going to end up with some small new potatoes, but we may be surprised. We'll see. So what are you guys doing to keep busy at this time of year? Are you keeping busy with winter jobs and getting some of them projects done while nothing's growing? Because now is a good time to be doing them projects. As I said, I'm going to be building my mum's raised beds very soon, when I have the time and the motivation, before spring arrives. What are you guys doing? How are you keeping sane? You know, it's hard to resist the temptation to get things sown, isn't it, at the moment? You know, I've got all these seeds ready for next year and I just can't sow them yet. Yeah, thank you very much for watching. I will see you in the next video, which is probably going to be the Q&A. I hope you all stay safe. Remember, happy gardening and enjoy it no matter the weather.